But my colleague over here had some interesting topics that I kind of wanted to get into. Now, well, I'm going to let you say it. You know what I'm saying? How you feel, how society shies away from sexuality and whatnot. So, yeah, let's get into that a little bit. Let's mix it up.
Yeah, I think they do. Like, it's so hard for us to talk, especially as women, to talk about sexuality. We get prejudged on it a lot. But I think we should all be open about it. So, and what we're into and things like that.
You into some shit.
I mean,
you into some high power shit. Some of that shit I'm into. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind getting tied up. You feel me? It just depends on who it is.
It's very rare because I'm into domination and and bondage and stuff like that.
You took glasses off.
So extra. Everybody needs to calm down. Just wait a minute. No, and you don't come across a lot of people that are actually men who are open to that. A lot of women are, but a lot of men aren't. And it's hard to find men who are open to letting you tie them up and do whatever.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely tie me up and do whatever. Not anyone.
Wait,
she got to be You got to trust her.
You have to be really specific on whatever. Because a lot of people that are into this is like, some of the men, you don't.
Y'all freaky.
I'm going to say almost whatever, because I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, but be careful with that.
This is why I say you got to trust her.
Oh, yeah.
We had someone on the show. It's an unreleased episode. She tied a dude up that she met on social media, started doing the freaky shit, nigga, banged him in the neck with a knife. So be careful how far you want to go. But let's get into what you mean. Like, how far are you going with this?
Whatever he'll let me do. Like, whatever he's into. Some guys are into, like, I don't know how you are sexually, how far you'll go, but some men like their ass played with and some don't. Gay. It just depends.
So what's the...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's the wildest shit a guy done requested from you?
I've had a guy want to take pictures with my feet. It doesn't sound too wild, but a lot of men have foot fetishes too.
Oh, we know that. That's keeping a lot of bitches light bills on these goddamn feet.
Like they want to take pictures with them, like in person. I've woken up to a guy taking pictures of my feet.
And fuck?
Yes, and it kind of startled me, and I was like, I'm into some freaky shit, but I don't know about that. I was asleep.
And bro was hovering over
he had my foot in his hand and he's just taking photos, and I was like, what is going on?
You niggas is weirdos.
Some people are weird, some people aren't. It just depends. It just depends on what you
some weirdo shit.
That was weird. I will say that is weird. Like, I'm into what I'm into, but like, I'm asleep.
At least wake me up, huh?
Yeah, like wake me up, let me know, like suck a toe, something. Give me a alarm here.
So are you doing the whole, you gotta call me mistress, you gotta ask for permission to nut and all that type of shit?
It just, you can. It just depends on what that person is into. Like, dominating someone, I kind of get off on that. Like, I like to be in control sometimes. I'm more balanced, but to be in control is very much of a turn on for me.
See, I'm into some of that. It's cool to let her be in control sometimes and let her do her thing. It's cool. It's a limit to it. Some of these niggas be going too far with the shit.
Like getting walked like a dog.
You're not walking me like a dog.
It's a fine line.
Yeah,
spitting in niggas' faces and pissing on you. Ain't pissing on me.
You wouldn't let a woman spit in your mouth?
No, you ain't. I will spit in your mouth. You ain't spitting in my mouth.
You're smart.
Unless we swap spit, but like spitting in your mouth is like a dominant type of thing. Like, I'm dominating you, so I like marking my territory. Like,
that's like an attachment. That's called like spiritual attachment.
Right.
That's like putting a ritual on someone. A lot of people don't understand that and don't know that, but that's deep. When it comes to like bodily fluids, I won't let nobody do that. But I'll do it to you, but you can't do it to me. Just because on a spiritual level, it's totally like, it's a whole nother thing.
It's something else tied to that.
But you'll let a nigga nut in you though, right?
No, I don't really like semen, to be honest with you.
Hold on, what?
I don't like.
You all this freaky shit and you don't like.
Not in you.
Now there's certain, like, everyone has their
source?
limits. Like, I don't like nut inside me. I don't.
Like, nowhere inside you?
I don't like it. I'd rather you pull out.
No, I know.
You talking about like your mouth?
No, that's fine. But I'm talking about like, because you said in me, I'm thinking like, because a lot of guys, they want to nut in you, and I'm like, no.
I just want to nut somewhere in you, like the mouth somewhere. Like,
yeah, that's fine. Face, mouth, whatever.
Okay, yeah, we get jiggy then.
That's normal. Like, that's easy.
Like, I done seen like, I knew a chick who did the dominatrix shit, and she telling me how, man, you wouldn't believe what these dudes is paying, and these are businessmen. Like,
Oh, they pay.
High class, you would never guess. Like, they running corporations, they got wives, families, all that shit. And they hitting these chicks up like, hey, I just want you to tie me up and kick me in the balls.
Yeah, I don't do all that. That's weird. I do like pain, like a certain level of it, like within sex and stuff like that. But I'm not really into like, okay, you want me to hurt you? Like, what's the point of that? Like, I have had a sex contract with someone before too.
Hold on.
Those sex contracts are really nice.
What the fuck is a sex contract?
So my sex, you've watched.
Get your back
50
blow out
Shades-
once a month.
No. You've ever watched 50 Shades of Grey type of thing?
Nah, I ain't never watched
I
it.
seen
No.
it.
Yeah,
You've
I've
seen it?
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've had a guy, and me and him were on and off for like 10 years. And it was more so like, you know, your sex contract with whoever you do it with, you have your own rules and in the contract that you put in and what is okay and what isn't okay. So it was like he could be with his girl, and if I'm coming down to the city and I'm like, hey, I'm out here, he's at dinner. This is actual what happened. He's at dinner with her. I'm like, I'm here and I want it. He got to give it to me. Go take that bitch home, and I'm going home with you type thing. Like,
What
that's in the
the
contract.
And what happened if he breached the contract?
You have to pay me. I want what I want.
So you get dick on demand.
Yes.
If he can't give it to you at that time, he got to Cash App you, Zelle you, Venmo.
And they don't want to pay because it's going to be expensive. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to want it with me because typically the girl, like, and he doesn't, we weren't always in, we had kind of like a mutual respect for each other if in a relationship. If he wasn't really feeling the chick, I know I can get away with what I want to get away with when I wanted it. If he was feeling the girl, okay, you cool, we got it. I'll let you have your time with her and do your thing. But, you know, when I want it, you have to give it to me, though. That's literally how it is. But you have to have that sexual connection with somebody. It was, like, very addicting. It was very good.
So it's vice
Hands down.
versa?
Yeah,
Where
vice
would we-
versa.
Where
It
would
was
we
vice
find
versa.
where we find somebody who would have a sex
It's hard,
contract?
like, and this
That's
is something that just
crazy.
kind of came about. It wasn't something that was planned,
Yeah.
and it just worked for us, and it went on for like almost 10 years on and off. So if I was with somebody, he would respect it, and he'd be like, "You got a dude right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I ain't really fucking around right now."
Hold on.
So he
on.
can land out here right now and still call you.
We have called the contract off.
Nah, no,
recently,
but the
before-
type of way y'all fucking, he can come down here right now and come get you up out of here right now.
Oh yeah, I would be like,
Hold
yes,
on. So
I'm
when you
coming.
got a dude, he can't just, hey, I need it right now. I don't give a fuck what you doing with that nigga.
He can, but he was more lenient with if I didn't want to, he didn't really budge and push.
So he didn't make you pay?
No.
Okay, out his brain.
I was about to say, are there bonus, like, you know, an NFL contract, okay, if I get 1,000 yards and 100 catches,
You can put that in
I get
there.
a bonus.
You can put that in there. Everyone, so sex contracts are so versatile. Like you kind of just make it up as you go if you want. Like you can do your own thing. You just put what you want in it and what you're not. And typically between me and him, it's honestly the best sex I've ever had came from him.
So
I've never had anybody sexually. And he was a Libra. Shout out to Libras.
are y'all having attorneys look over this contract?
Nah,
Like, is this an
it's
official
more
legal
like a fun-
document?
They got some imaginary shit going on.
You can if you want to, but nah, it's more for like fun and games. Like sexually, it's all about the
Hey,
imagination.
that sound viral. That
Nah,
sound
that's
like
it.
some shit, though.
It's fun. Like I
Nah.
said, it's very.
I
It can
think
be
it's
fun.
the excitement factor. Like,
is.
Nah, they
damn,
just,
how I'm gonna get up out of this
they
fucking
really
date?
just got an open relationship.
Do I knock her down?
You do what you do, I do what I do, but when I want you, we got each other. Like that's what it sounds like to me.
So question.
Yeah.
You catch feelings.
We don't. We never.
Okay, but say
That's
you,
in the contract.
that's in because I'm like,
No
say you
feelings.
show up to the restaurant and you breach, what happens then? Like, can you feel me?
What do you mean?
Like,
Wait,
it's
Nah,
Do
he's
you-
saying like if you pop up on him knowing where he at, he gonna act like he don't know it.
Like, he with his girl and you show up and violate.
I wouldn't do. Yeah, I wouldn't do that though. It's more so like I would never. Me personally, I'm not gonna go that far.
So you can have sex without catching feelings because I feel like you guys have a lot of women on a pod
I can.
that don't.
That was something that had to
You know
be
what I mean?
learned.
Okay, now, is
This
this
is
what
what- yeah.
guys you don't give a fuck about?
Yes.
Yeah, because if you give a fuck about them, the feelings is coming.
Yes.
If you hitting the
Yes.
bottom of that thing,
You
them
have to
feelings
have. A
coming.
lot of women do not have emotional control. They don't.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of women do not know how to control that shit. You have, like I said, it's something that had to be learned. I had to learn how to control those emotions.
I ain't gonna lie. I think it. Never mind. I feel like most women, it's impossible for y'all unless you didn't just ran that mileage up.
Nah,
And
for
it's like-
sure.
To the point
Or
where
sometimes
you
something
yeah,
tragic
yeah,
happens.
yeah, where you
to
deteriorate,
where they don't
yeah.
even want to be in touch with their emotions no more due to the
Right.
trauma, and they turn to sexuality.
And then a lot of that, they don't even enjoy it all the time. So it
Yeah,
just
that's what I
it
mean.
depends. Yeah. So I don't
With
know.
the bondage thing, now, you know, like the memes where the chick is tied up all crazy. Like, you into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 50 Shades of Grey.
Like,
The
you
nigga
know
had
how
all
to
the
hit
stuff.
the knots and all that?
Yeah, he kind of taught me all that. He got me into all that. My sex contract.
So are you into like edging? Like you gonna tie him up and then get him to the point and let it die down, get him back to the point, let him die down?
That's typically fun. It's like, you know, you're playing that pull and, you know, push kind of game. And it's like the build up. And then when you finally get there, it's like, whew, it's something different.
Now, do you got the masks and all that?
It depends on what role you want to play. Like, I don't know. Some people are into like, you can role play with it, or you can, you know, if you want to put an outfit on, put a fucking outfit on.
See, I like the mask. You know, them dominatrix masks?
Yeah, you can have, yeah, I got outfits.
Are you a sex worker or are you just...
No, I'm not.
Damn, bro,
no.
coming from
I'm
like
asking
how
straight up.
much?
I'm asking straight up, no,
Hey, bro said I done heard enough. How much?
Because
I need a contract. Bro ready for a contract. He ready to get
No,
drafted.
so other than like my sex contract, who I experienced all that with, I've only found a few like people that I was in relationships with that I wanted. I don't just go out there and meet somebody like I just met you and I'm like, hey, let's, you know, I don't know.
I mean,
I have to really
I'm viral, so
feel
it's a little
comfortable
different,
with somebody, and I try to bring that into my relationship. Everybody's not into that though. Some you can scare a man away with that. They'll be like, what? And
So
they'll think just how you just asked that question. Like, hey, is this something you? And it's like, no, it's just something that I was open up to, and I like it.
The reason why I ask you is because I feel like, again, like you were saying earlier, not a lot of women are comfortable with the sexuality, or at least being truthful with it. Like, you get what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, okay, are you in that line of work because maybe, you know, you've been exposed to it?
So what do you do to
Mostly
test the
all
waters?
women are freaky to that extent. It's just with the right person. I think.
It's a lot of women out here that y'all, I don't know what you consider freaky, but these bitches is basic.
And I think that's a fact. I think,
for sure.
I think a lot of women,
the right man will bring it out, man. Though any nigga that's dealing with a female would do all the shit you talking about if she fuck with him like that.
I mean, but
he can bring it out of her.
Kill me. To me, I feel like a lot of times girls get by with the weak head and the pillow princess shit because niggas really just don't say nothing. Whereas if you a nigga and you nut in 2 minutes, the bitch might say something.
Yeah,
but
niggas
nigga
don't be getting pussy like you think.
And the nigga be happy, like you said, just to get some pussy. Nigga ain't even thinking about doing positions. These niggas doing basic missionary.
But this is what I'm saying. Niggas don't be getting pussy like that. A lot of niggas not fucking.
And then a lot, like you said, a lot of niggas can't last. So if you last in 2 minutes, you expect to be trying to do all that extra shit. Like, nigga, it's over.
It's like they said, like 80% of men are having no sex. Like it's literally like a small portion of men that's getting to the. And it be the women that do the most bragging. They shit be the weak.
be
On
trash.
Twitter.
Weak as fuck. Oh, my throat go, bitch. Come on, man.
trash.
You over here scraping the nigga shit with your teeth. Nigga, I had a bitch, nigga, doming me, nigga. Every time her mouth would get water, she'll spit the spit out. Like,
Put it right there.
spit the spit here. What are you doing? Like, the fuck? Like, bro, these bitches don't be as experienced.
they do be capping. Then it just make you be like, man, I'm just gonna get mine and get on. Like,
And I
I feel like that with men too, though. Like I've had a lot of men tell me, and they're not knowing, because I'm not gonna just come out and tell you what I'm into. I'm gonna kind of see and feel you out, like we're dating and stuff, and see what you're into and what I can get away with.
see, but why not just tell them no?
Because like I said,
you might scare a nigga.
Yeah, I might like you, and I don't want to scare you. Sometimes you have to work up. Sex is a big thing.
Yeah. Or bro feel like he can't handle it. He might. Yeah.
So I've had a guy kind of sell me, somebody else would kind of sell me this whole sex dream. He was fucking bitches and he was getting this, and the way they was screaming and this, and when I got to it, I'm like, huh? What? You did what?
Hey, look. So how do you see if a guy's with that? Like, do you, when he's at the house, you casually leave a whip on the bed, or you leave some handcuffs on the couch?
It's more like a conversation, and kind of like during intercourse when I'm intimate with somebody, I'll kind of see what I can get away with.
Oh,
and
so you just get to trying some shit.
Typically, because some guys like to be, like, if you get a real good masculine man, he's going to be more dominant than you. And you kind of let him do that. If you try to take over and he ain't having it, like, all right, he might not let me do what I want to do. He might not be into this shit. So
no, that dominatrix shit is cool, man. Niggas be sleeping on that shit. But that'd be a lot of cougars though. I think Drea might have hit the young boy with the mask. I'm telling you, that mask. The mask hit different. I'm telling you, niggas. Buy your girl one of them masks. The the leather joints,
No, ladies, you
or it could be the lace joint.
put the
Cuz
mask
talking about
on
the
him,
booty
tie
call.
his ass up.
With just the lips out, nigga, that's gonna be the best head you got in your life, nigga. Cause she can barely breathe in that motherfucker, and she finna be gagging and choking on this shit, nigga. I'm telling you, gang.
But
Stupid.
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You was talking.
No, I forgot
Bro
what I
want
said.
one of them contracts. Low key. Yeah. How much?
No, I just never heard that because I'm like, what the hell? I thought that was like, is that something that you've heard other people doing? Or you kinda just didn't-
I've heard about it, and I was like, "Ooh, we should try this." We already on like this whole type of thing. And I was like, "Let's make our own," and it kind of just it naturally went into that. To be honest with you, it wasn't something that I just was like, "Hey," or he was like, "Hey, let's do this." No, it kind of just gradually went into something like that, and it worked for us for so long. Because within that span, I didn't have too much of a serious relationship until I got married. When I got married, I cut it off. And that was one of the things, too, being so open with my ex-husband. We argued about that all the time because of his insecurities with it. You gonna go back to the sex contract and da-da-da-da.
Oh, hold on.
You
was married with this contract?
No.
Yeah, I'm finna say she out of her mind. Talking about insecurity.
I was gonna get on him actually.
Hey, she cooking dinner for her husband. The nigga bang her line. She get on her husband.
No. That was when it was when I got married. It's like, hey, listen, and he doesn't care. He knew, like, we had our own little, thing.
Okay.
So he respected it, and he knew what it was, and we cut it off. And honestly, since my husband, my now ex-husband, we haven't even. He's in a whole relationship doing his thing. We kind of just like, let's cut off. This is some
10 years
young-
is a long time.
That's
Might have been
damn
like
near a
8.
marriage.
Yeah,
But it's on and
exactly.
off. We started off like really good friends, and then when we got to each other sexually and seen what that shit was about, because sometimes you just line up with someone sexually, and that shit is like crazy.
So he was in the friend zone first, or you was in the friend zone?
I think it was we both were.
It ain't no both. It's one or the other. Either he put you in the friend zone, or you put him in the friend zone.
I honestly couldn't tell you how that went. I don't really
there was no
remember.
friend
Because
zone.
I always
Yeah, like, it was
advocate
just like
this.
we
They
were
was
cool,
y'all
and
just
then
fucking from the start type shit.
No, she said they was friends.
Oh, y'all was friends first.
we had really good, like we were friends before anything actually ever happened, and we even got to talking on those type of levels, and even bringing sex up in conversation. It was like on some friendship type shit, and then it kind of was like the sexual, kind of, he's very handsome, and then I'm, decent looking woman, so we kind of like, we're like, oh, let's try this out. And then mentally, I'm driven off of mental stimulation. Yes, I'm a big mental stimulation person. You can be drop dead, finest man out there, nice body, whatever, money, but if you don't have me mentally, I don't want to have sex with you. Like, I get no spark down there.
I think for the most part, that's women in general. You got to fuck her mind first. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fuck her mind, she going to do whatever you want type shit.
We really will. A
think
lot of
that's
men
where-
don't get that.